So first of all, before going to work with the invoice and payments, first we want to define the banks. We want to define the banks in this financial model. It is a financial transaction, right? Definitely the banks are involved in these financial transactions. So once we define the banks, then only we can possible to do the transaction, invoice or payments. Okay. So first I want to define the two banks. Okay, one is supplier bank, another one is internal bank, means our bank. Okay, so first we want to define the one by one. Username is JPP9. So here I want to define the supplier banks. So basically we can go for, so but here we don't have the AP responsibility. So what we do, we want to define the responsibility, then go to system administrator, we can go to define the payables responsibility, security responsibility define. So here we can give the responsibility name, but before going to define the payable responsibility, first of all we are going to find out the standard functionality of our existing payable responsibility. So here payables vision operations. Give us. So here the respected navigation is functionality is menu is AP navigate and all reports which are under payables. Okay, now I want to create a new responsibility for this business group. So here JPP9 AP responsibility and application is payables and responsibility key is JPP9 AP, and here we can give the standards payable. Then now we are giving the navigate and menu is all reports which are coming under payables. So now we save the records. Once we save this one, now we can attach this responsibility to our user. Then go to user define. So here we have a user JPP9. Then now we can attach my responsibility JPP9 AP responsibility. Now save the records. Once it is finished, then next we can go to check it whether that responsibility is attached to our user or not. Okay, so this payable responsibility means a payable module is coming under which level in multi-R? Operating unit level. So in this point of time, so how many levels we want to set the profiles? 3 levels: business group level, ledger level and operating unit level. So now we want to set the profiles for this responsibility. Go to profile system. So here we choose the responsibility. The responsibility is JPP9 AP responsibility. First I want to assign to business group level. So directly I am going to assign security profile it is override the business group. Then now here we can give our business group. Our business group is JPP9 Business Group India, and save the records. Now let us check it whether the business group profile is generated or not. Yes, absolutely it is generated. Next we can go to check it user type, user level. In this user type we are going to specify HR with payroll user. Next go to set ledger level, then so GL ledger. So here we can give the ledger name. Our ledger name is JPP9 ledger. Now save the records. Let us next we can go to set the operating unit level, which is the profile operating unit level, MO. MO means multi R. Okay, MO profile is MO operating unit. So which operating unit you want to set this responsibility? Then here I am going to choose JPP9 course operating unit. Now save the records. Okay, once we completed to define this responsibility, now we can go to access that responsibility. Go to account payables responsibility. Okay, then here we are going to do the setups. The first setup, whenever we are going to define any new responsibility, what is the first setup? Periods. That is the first setup. We can go to check it here. Setup whether the periods are open or not. We have others. We don't have any others. Continue setup. Accounting. Yeah. So here we have okay. Then now we can go to accounting control payable periods. So here all are not opened. So here observe this one. This responsibility is applicable which ledger? Our ledger. Okay. Then now we are going to open these periods. Okay, so all periods are open. Now save the records. Once the periods are open, now we can go to set the options. So we want to set financial options and payable options. How we are going to define the options in purchasing? In purchasing also we set these options: financial options, receiving options and purchasing options, right? In the same manner, financial options and payable options are there in this respected responsibility. So financial options, then here this is the operating unit. Already we defined the financial options for this operating unit. Once we are defined, it will be applicable for every responsibility when we are going to assign this operating unit to the respected responsibility. Okay, we can set the profile, right? Operating unit level. Once you can set the operating unit level, this respected operating unit, automatically the financial options is enabled. So but in purchasing, we are going to enable that while running the standard program from system administrator responsibility, replicate seeded data. Once we run that, then only the respected operating unit is having the default functionality. So in this manner, same thing, all will be there automatically. The next, we are going to do the payable options. Then go to payable options. Here we are going to do the setup. So currency. If in case our business group is going to maintain the multiple currencies, okay, then we can go for that. Tax reporting, invoice. So here we want to set this one, allow online validation. This is a very important. And for prepayment and fight, override everything. So invoice date, approval, invoice approval workflow. Okay, let us check it. If in case our invoice is not approved, then we'll be come back here and we'll be check this checkbox. Okay, and matching. So allow final matching. Okay, if in case we have a matching levels, right? In PO we have 3 matching levels: 2-way, 3-way, 4-way. So that will be going to applicable for here. If that matching is going to satisfy in this payable, okay, module, then only we can possible to process the invoice or payments. So here next we can go for interest invoice, expenses report, and payment. So everything will be there. Enable bank document for payment, nothing to worry. Expense report, interest, use withholding tax, allow manual withholding. If you want to hold that, then we can go to hold here. Supplier, invoice currency. The invoice currency is INR. Payment terms. So now I'm going to choose 30 net. Okay, and the report. Then okay, fine. Okay, use invoice approval of before approval. Okay, fine, not a problem. Then we are going to check this checkbox. Approval processing sequence, require validation before approval, require accounting before approval. Create accounting before going to approval. We are going to approve that. Then we can go for manual thing only. Okay, let us check it. If it is not working, then we'll come back and we'll be going to check this checkbox. And everything is fine. Okay, allow online validations. Now save the records. So once it is completed, now we can possible to open the invoice form and check it whether this form successfully open or not. Yes, now it is open successfully, right? But in this point of time, if you want to create the invoice, we need to require the supplier bank information. We are giving the supplier bank information, then only we can possible to create this one. But right now we don't have any bank's information. So these are the prerequisites for our account payable module. Okay, once we done this setup, next we can go to do the transactions. All of you clear?